Hey, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday. This is some of my latest pickups. I'm gonna share with you guys some of the movies I've gotten over the past couple months, and I don't know if I showed this one before, but this one was one of my favorite movies back when I was a little kid growing up. Forbidden Planet. Yeah, my mom she watched a lot of this stuff, and it kind of turned me on to it. But it is one of my favorite old school movies. It still holds up today. And like I told you guys, I'd be talking to people at work. A buddy of mine named guy I work with named Ryan. He likes collecting movies. He's got like 1,400 something like that. I don't have that many movies. I just can't collect that many movies, but that's one of them. And then I got Annabelle. When I was talking to Ryan at work, I told him, I said, man, I don't have any. He said, you don't have any Annabelles? I said, no. I said, I was surprised I don't have that. Let me show you what I did though. So I ended up getting this Annabelle Comes Home, right? Because I like all the Annabelles. Some of them are good and some of them are kind of average, right? So I went and got that, and I ended up buying a box set of Annabelle. So I don't want to show it right now, but I got Annabelle Comes Home because I like this one. I liked all the Annabelles, to tell you the truth, but I know some of them are hit or miss with a lot of people. In this movie, I have no idea what it's all about. I'm in the middle of watching it. I had a friend at work. He's an engineer. He told me about it and said it was really good. So I told him I was going to check it out. But what I ended up doing is I borrowed his DVD, and then I ended up buying a 4K version of it. And I'm gonna take his word for it that it's good. But if it's not, I can always take it to Salvation Army and give it away, or sell it. And then I got Logan. That's the only Wolverine movie I don't have. I used to have all the Wolverine movies, but Logan is one that, as you see, some of these ain't open. I just picked these up. Actually, I bought another shelf. It's coming in today from Amazon because I'm running out of shelf space. Because last night, I was wanting to watch a movie. And lo and behold, I was watching a movie on Netflix and I wasn't getting into it, right? So I kept flipping and I kept flipping and I kept flipping. I kept looking and looking, and I was like, this is the reason why you buy physical copies. So I got Surviving the Game. I don't know if you guys remember this. It's got Ice T in it. This was a good game. I mean, this was a good movie. Good movie. I haven't opened it yet, but like I said, when I'm at work, I'll be talking to Ryan. Yeah, I think Ryan's 38, and I told him, I said, man, I said, see, you done brought that movie up, Ryan. Now I'm going to have to go out and buy it. So, love this movie. Man, I love that movie. Another one is, I hope I didn't show this in the previous, was Dreamcatcher. I enjoyed this movie as well. It's about these four guys that goes off into the cabin, and they just end up encountering some type of, I don't know, alien out there, or some evil slips through. But anyway, it's a very good movie. I enjoyed that as well. And then I got a double feature of The Crazies, which my middle son turned me on to that. Him and his buddies did. They came down one weekend. This has been about 7 years ago. And then Let Me In. Let Me In was good as well. I watched both of those movies and I liked them both. Now I got turned on to The Crazies by my son and his buddies, but Let Me In, I found that on my own. But I love these double features, man. You know, a lot of people are really into trying to collect, 4Ks. I'm not gonna lie, I am into collecting 4Ks, but I'm not allergic to my Blu-rays. I still collect Blu-rays. You know what I mean? So let's see what else I got. We was talking about Arnold, and I didn't have his Total Recall, and I love this movie. So I got that, and then I also noticed I didn't have Running Man, and I enjoyed Running Man as well. So I'm getting my little Arnold Schwarzenegger collection together. Uh, Back in the day, Arnold could do no wrong, man. Running Man, I enjoyed that, and I was able to get that on 4K. And then everybody got a hard on for Will Smith, but there are some movies that I like that Will Smith put out. Was I, Robot. I enjoyed this movie. when I realized I didn't have this in my collection. I enjoyed this movie. It was this is. Oh, I really like this movie. I enjoyed it. And then Hancock is a very underrated movie. Um, Charlize Theron, and good movie, man. You know, one of those superhero movies. Hancock, and then of course I Am Legend. Love this movie. He's supposed to be working on the second one. Him and Michael B. Jordan supposed to be in it together. That's gonna be something if that happens. But anyway, that's Will Smith. I noticed I didn't have no Will Smith movies because you know, I only collect movies, and I know you guys know this. I only collect movies, and I'm quite sure you do the same thing, that I know I'm going to watch. I know that one day I'll look at my shelf and I'll pull a movie off and I'll watch it. That's why I'm serious about doing away with streaming services. I finally got this movie. God, I love this movie, The Darkest Hour. Can't get it on 4K, but I got it on Blu-ray. I love this movie. God, this movie is so good. It's an underrated movie, and I thought, man, but they left it hanging like they was gonna come out with another one. But this movie was, I enjoyed this movie, and I'm glad I got it in my collection. See, this is why you collect physical copies. Now these two people are the same age I am. I think I might have showed this in previous pickups video, but War Games, and I think I did. So I ain't gonna hang on that one. I think I messed up on that, and I got a couple of DVDs. I got stop motion. It was only like $8. It looked pretty interesting. Like I told you guys, I'm thinking about doing away with streaming services altogether. Maybe keep a couple. I am so busy, and I'm gonna work out here in about another 15 more minutes, and then I gotta fix dinner. Then I gotta pack my lunch. I only have so much time to play a video game, watch a movie. I gotta get my rest. I got Darkness Falls. I can't get Darkness Falls on any other platform besides regular DVD. But I don't mind, because I used to collect DVDs. I enjoyed this movie. I like this movie a lot. About Tooth Fairy or something like that. Pretty good concept. But I enjoy this movie. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I love collecting movies. I just feel like, man, when I collect movies, I just feel like I got my shelf and I can look at all my physical copies, and I could just be like, man, I haven't watched this movie in a while, and I'm gonna pop that movie in, and boom, you know? And then I got Maze Runner. This is pretty thick, because I liked all three of these movies. Now, I don't know if I showed these movies in a previous pickup or not, but if I did, oh well. But I got all three of them, you know? I got, got all three of them. So you got, so the Death Cure is the last one, but it's really a good series. I like how it feels because it's real thick, because they got 3 movies in one. Maze Runner trilogy, and I got that on Blu-ray. Ain't nothing wrong with Blu-ray. Blu-ray still has a good picture, even though 4K is the superior picture. Then I was talking to my friend Ryan at work, and I noticed I did not have Thor Ragnarok. I was like, man, I don't have Thor Ragnarok. I can't believe I didn't have that in my collection. And I finally got it in my collection, 4K. I love the way I love the way, it's too bad because they are trying to phase out physical copies, but man, I just love the way that feels right in there. You can feel that print. I love the color. This was a good movie. Don't care for the Thor movies because they went off the rails, but this was one that's better. I hope I didn't show this in the previous video though. Anyway, that's Thor Ragnarok. And then I was talking about X-Men, and I was talking to Ryan, and I told Ryan, I said, dang it, Ryan. He goes, what? I said, man, you just made me realize I don't have the X-Men. He goes, you don't have them? I said, no, man, I don't have them at all. So I ended up buying the X-Men 3-film collection. These are the only ones I want. But there are a couple more that I like to have, but like I said, this is a 3-film collection. There is a couple more out there I want to get though, but X-Men First Class is another one I want to have, but I didn't get it yet. So I'm going to though. And then I wanted to get all the Conjurings. No, yeah, here we go. So remember I said I had the Annabelle, and I was telling Ryan I didn't have any Annabelle, so I bought the Conjuring. And we was talking about the Conjuring. And I told him, I said, man, I got a couple of Conjurings on 4K. But I said I don't have all 7 film collections. So I bought this. This is why it's still good to collect. So I got the Conjuring. I hope I did not show this in another video. And then I got the Conjuring 2. Then I got the Conjuring 3. The Devil Made Me Do It. But then I got Annabelle. And then I got Annabelle Creation. And I also got Annabelle Comes Home. Yep. So check this out. I got Annabelle Comes Home, and I also got The Nun. So I got The Nun, Annabelle Comes Home, and I got Annabelle Creations. I got Annabelle, and then I got the rest of the Conjurings. This is a nice little set. So I double dipped, you guys. Conjuring 2, Conjuring 3, Annabelle, and then Annabelle Creations. Annabelle Comes Home, and then The Nun. That's such a cool box set, man. All 7 films, man. Such a cool box set. I didn't get that La Llorona. I tried to watch that. I couldn't get into it. I thought that should have been made better. It just wasn't made that good to me. And then I didn't have Terminator. I was shocked. I was talking to Ryan again at work, and I said, Ryan, man. He said, what? I said, you done did it again? He goes, what? I said, I don't have any Terminators. He said, you don't have any Terminators? I said, no. He goes, dude. He goes, I got all of them. I said, I don't have not one. Not one. And so I ended up getting all of these. This got everything. The Terminator Judgment Day, Terminator Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, Terminator Genesis, Terminator Dark Fate. I got them all in one box set, baby. Yeah. And I watched the Terminator. It's so funny watching that movie because that movie came out. God, dude, how old was I? Jeez, see, James Cameron is a couple years older than me. And then Linda Hamilton is a year older than me. So that just goes to show you how old these movies are. But yep, there they are. I got Terminator. I got Terminator, the second Terminator in my Xbox. And it's Terminator Rise. And then I got Terminator Genesis, and then Terminator Rise of the Machines, I think. What is this one called? Terminator what? Terminator Genesis. And then this is Terminator Dark Fate. Yeah, the light. Yeah, so which one is this? Terminator Salvation. So yeah, there you go. And I got the other Terminator in my thing. But yeah, man, look at that box set. I like the way it feels. Nice, man. It's just slipcover, man. This slipcover is just freaking. It's the same slipcover, but it's just slipcover. I like the slipcover, man. When I got it, I was like, it says T1 through 6. So yeah, it's just, I got a shelf coming in today. I'm going to put a new shelf up for all my movies because I'm running out of space. But there it is, Terminator. All 6 movies. And of course, I told you guys I was excited about getting Sting, and I finally got it. I haven't opened it up yet, but the movie was surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. It was a surprisingly good movie. Surprisingly good movie. Surprisingly. That little girl's she might be it's crazy when you look at a little girl and she's an actress, and then later on she's a teenager, and then she starts making more movies, and and then I just picked this up this past week, Furiosa. Didn't do good at the box office, but I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It's a little long, but now I have both movies because I got the other one. I got the other 4K on my shelf, so I got both movies now. But Anna Taylor-Joy is in this, and Chris Howard. But Chris did a good job. His performance was awesome in this movie, man. Awesome in this movie. Good movie, man. It just didn't, well, I just think this movie's only catered to a certain crowd. That's why it didn't do good at the box office. Then I had to get Jaws 3. Yeah, Jaws 3 is not nearly, can't hold a candlestick to Jaws. And the second Jaws is okay, but that's, you guys really, y'all, if y'all want to do your history books, if y'all do your history, the second Jaws that came out, that wasn't the Jaws that was originally supposed to be made. They wanted Steven Spielberg to come back. But he was making Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And it would take another year or two for them to make another Jaws because he was going to come back and make another Jaws for him. But he was in the middle of making Close Encounters of the Third Kind. He had so many months he had to wrap it up, and then he had to do all the editing and get it ready to be released. So he said it'd probably be a year before he could start working on the second Jaws. So to give you a little history, when they were in the original movie Jaws and they were talking about, they were in there eating at night, and the guy was talking about how they was delivering the bomb and their ship got torpedoed, but they did deliver the bomb. But after they were coming back from delivering the bomb, a submarine sunk their ship, and these guys were he told the story how they all was getting eaten one by one by sharks until they got rescued. And he was one of the sailors that was, the guy that was in the original Jaws was telling the story. Well, Steven Spielberg was going to make a movie about him, and that was what your second Jaws was supposed to be. But since they didn't want to wait on Steven Spielberg to wrap up Close Encounters of the Third Time, so they played it safe and just made a second Jaws that was kind of just basically like the first Jaws, but they just had a different story. So yeah, a little bit of schooling there for you. But I was talking to Ryan, and I told Ryan, when I talked to Ryan, we were talking about Iron Man, and I told Ryan, I said, Ryan, guess what, man? I do not have not one Iron Man movie. Look at that box set. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? But I finally got my Iron Man movies. I just wanted the first three. I just wanted the first three. But yeah, I got Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, and Iron Man 3. Iron Man was the best one, though. But Ryan said he likes Iron Man 2. I didn't like Iron Man 2 that much. I liked it, but it was okay. I had to give it a second watch, but that's my box set. Isn't that nice? I ain't opened it up yet because I ain't watching. Now, you're probably thinking, you going to ever open up these movies? Oh, yeah, I'm going to open them up. I'm going to open them up. It's just I'm going to open them up when I get in the mood. So, again, you guys, I'm going to close out on this. I don't know where this YouTube channel is going. I do know, but then I don't. I can't just drop videos just to be dropping them and just dropping them. I have to drop something when I feel like I need to drop something. I had somebody comment on me saying that he's been patient with me because he wants to see some gaming material. And I told him, I said, I appreciate that, man. I told the guy, I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that he's waiting on me to drop some gaming stuff. But gaming is so hard compared to movies. Movies, you just watch movies for a couple of hours and then you just throw up a review about it or how you feel about it. You don't even have to throw up a review. You can say, hey, man, I just came back and watched this movie. This movie was okay. It was average. Or you might not want to watch it. It might not be for you, blah, blah. But, man, a game is so time-consuming. And I don't have all that editing and you know how some guys can talk and it has gameplay while they're talking and all in the background. I wish I could do all that, but, man, I just can't do it. And working out I done told you guys this before. I get up early in the morning so I can Bible study. I start my day off on God's word. And then I go to work. And then I work anywhere. If there's overtime, I like making money 8 to 9, 10 hours a day if I can do it. If they let me. Saturdays too. Then I come home. Then I got to feed my cat. Then I got, I don't like a dirty house. I got laundry to do. Then I work out 4 days a week. Then I ride my bike. And then I take walks. I alternate riding and taking walks. There's only so much time in the day I can do stuff. And video games is just, if I find an article that interests me, then I'll drop an article and tell you guys about a video game or something like that or something, how I feel about video games. But I used to do video game playthroughs, but nobody liked them because I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm rough. I'm very rough around the edges. People are really attracted to super smooth and super inserting gameplay behind it. And I get it. It looks good. It's more. It grabs you more. I don't have that. You know, my voice sometimes I could tell when I play my stuff back, I sound a little rough. Some days I sound good, but I got to be me, and I have to be me, so that way the people get what they get. You know what I mean? So anyway, y'all, have a good Sunday. God bless and be safe this week. We'll see you.